Riley,
Riley, where you from?
Kentucky,
And what you like to do, Riley?
traveling and booking. So
I don't know if I can eat at a table with her. She be like,
She gonna say some crazy shit. Can't take her to my Duke's house.
Today, I want to talk to y'all about something that I saw go viral a little while ago, a few days ago. And before I get into this topic, I want to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. If you're somebody that's you battling with lust, then maybe you need to either skip maybe like 2 minutes or go ahead and click off the video. And another thing I want to say too, it's so much I got to say about this topic. And I really truly don't want to like hurt people's feelings and stuff like that. So just understand that I don't mean no harm with nothing I'm getting ready to say. This is all big brother talk we getting ready to have. But it's something that's very much needed. This discussion is really needed, especially in the day and age that we live in today. Because there's so many people that's out here doing what I'm getting ready to show y'all, man. And I just want you to understand you setting yourself up for failure off the rip if this is how you carry yourself. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Are we fucking the first night?
you asking me that?
Yes. I feel like they was a little boring, so.
hey,
What's up?
how do you like your dick sucked? Sloppy, neat, or you don't care?
What it is, a little BBL or something?
Nah, baby, it's
Is it
natural.
real?
Yeah.
Let me see, make it do something real quick. That's what's happening. Round of applause, that's it right there.
So what you gonna do, Playboy?
22. Hold on, baby, God. What's your name again?
Riley,
Riley, where you from?
Kentucky.
And what you like to do, Riley?
Okay, I like to have fun,
What
but
kind of fun, like adventures,
like,
Six Flags?
yeah, definitely adventures. I
You
like
ride all the rides?
not that, but I'm saying like traveling and booking. So
Damn, why everything is what you, okay then, besides, fucking this, what you, like, what else, like, you want to have, like, what adventures, like, you like to ride a horse, or, I don't know if I can eat at a table with her. She be like,
She gonna say some crazy shit. Can't take her to my Duke's house.
Now, as you can see, it's pretty wild. It's a wild clip, right? But like I said, it's a lot of this going on. It's a lot of young women and young men that's dealing in circles where this is very prevalent and they don't even realize how acting this way gets them the results that they always get. If you're a young woman and you want to be in a serious relationship, you want men to take you serious, please. I know, first of all, let me say this. I know for a lot of women that this ain't even a discussion that need to be had. But there's also a lot of women that this discussion need to be had because, the lack of fathers and just weak males and around, being so prevalent. Maybe they haven't heard this. So we're going to have this conversation again. I want to reiterate that. But if you want to have a man take you serious, you can't act like this. You know what I'm saying? You can't be throwing yourself sexually at a man soon as you meet him. I always said, you really need to do the best you can to take sex off the table when you first meet a man. Why? Because there's a lot of men who ain't looking for nothing serious. We haven't found ourselves. We don't know who we are. It's a lot of men that's not following God. It's a lot of men that are not responsible. A lot of men just running around and all they want to do is lay up with somebody. So if you lead with your body, you lead with your sexuality, what are you doing? You putting your head in a lion's mouth. Essentially, that's what you're doing. because ain't no man gonna look at you and watch you throw yourself at him and think to himself, oh my God, this is a very smart woman. This is a respectable woman. This is a woman that I would like to marry. I can see myself being with her and her raising my kids. Ain't no man thinking like that unless he just as perverted and nasty as you is. Most men that really have their heads on their shoulders correctly, especially if they love God, will be turned off by this. And I'm going to tell you this. I used to be out there in the streets, in the world, when I was younger. The first thing I did once I got myself together was I took sex off the table. I wasn't looking at women from a lens of who can I sleep with. I was looking at a woman based on who can I build a life with. So yeah, she pretty. Yeah, she got a body. That's, we attracted to attractive women, of course, body and face and all that kind of stuff. That's a part of it. But once you become a man, a real man, and you realize that you're trying to, your job is to build something on this planet. Your job is to glorify God. You realize that you need a partner that's going to bring a lot more to the table than her body and sex. Right? Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and get into what the Bible says about this type of behavior, about women, about a woman's behavior. Proverbs 11:22 says, a beautiful woman who lacks discretion is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. Right? Basically, just ask yourself this. Why would you put a gold ring in a pig's snout? That's a waste of gold, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? What does a pig need to have a gold ring on for? You know what I'm saying? It's still a pig. It's still a nasty creature that you don't want nothing to do with. Right? Proverbs 31:10 says, who can find a wife of noble character? She is far more precious than jewels. The Bible says a woman that's an honorable, respectable woman is far more precious than jewels. So when if a man is aware of this, if a man is really practicing trying to be his best self and he wants the best for himself and God got his hand on him, which woman do you think a good man, keyword, good man, is going to gravitate toward? Proverbs 31, right? Proverbs 31:10, right? So I want to make sure that I let women know this because, like I said, right now in 2023, all of this content coming at the young people, all this over sexualized content, OnlyFans, this infatuation that we have with money and sex and luxury items and all that kind of stuff, all this materialism. You feel like you got to go out there and throw yourself at a man to get his attention. When in reality, what you have to do is set yourself apart from women that think all I got to do is throw my body at this man. Men operate on respect. Men, strong men, good men care about their respect more than they care about anything. Right? So what's the shortcut to a woman getting a good man? Being respectable. He got to look at you and say, I respect her. He got to look at you and say, there's value in that woman. I can't play with her. She ain't like the others. So I'm not going to just rush her to the bedroom and discard her the way I do women that's out here playing and ain't really got nothing beneath their outer beauty. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that our image lines up with what God says for us to be in the Bible. If we want good, godly spouses. You know what I'm saying? And men, if you want to get a woman that actually has a noble character. You got to be a man of noble character too. I know it's probably gonna be some people saying, "Oh, that's Quavo. He a rapper. He rap about this. He rap about that." I'm using this situation to get the point across. I'm not saying that Quavo is the model man that, you know, everybody need to be trying to be like. I'm just saying that in this situation, we got a man that has a lot of money, has fame, right? And we see these young women throwing themselves at him, thinking that that's going to get them back to the house. But what they need to know is that might get you in the house, but it ain't going to keep you there. Because once you show a man, look at my booty, look at this, look at that, that's all he see. You're going to have a hard time. It is probably the hardest thing in the world is to get a man, once you presented yourself, that's your value, what you bring to him sexually. It's the hardest thing in the world for a woman to flip a switch and make him look at her and at her heart and her character and make him believe that she's a good woman. Because a first impression is everything. You know what I'm saying? If you turn him on and you throw yourself at him, that's all he gonna see you as. You're a fun toy. I can't take you serious. You seen what the man said at the end of the clip. I can't even sit at a table with her. Dude said, yeah, you can't even take her to mama house. Why? Because of her character. Take that woman, dial it back with the sexy talk and being super sexual, and she don't even have to have no big career where she making a lot of money. She just got to carry herself like a lady. And a man that has himself together would take that woman as long as she's not no pushover. And again, she's a woman of noble character. A man would take her serious. It's all in what you put out to the world. So if you put out to the world that I'll just give myself to you, no real commitment, you ain't got to show me that you're a worthy man. You ain't got to show me that you're a man that I can trust. You ain't got to show me none of that. All you got to do is have some money. Let me look at you and think that you have means, and I will throw my body at you. That man is going to treat you like you're cheap. Because in actuality, if you look at the reality of the situation, that's how he's going to perceive you. You are cheap. It didn't take nothing for him to get what's supposed to be sacred. Your body, your sex is supposed to be saved for marriage. So if you give it to the man and let him know he can get it within the first moment of you knowing him, what does he have to work for? What effort does he feel like he got to put in? You already done let him know it's on the platter. I'm not going to respect you. I ain't got to return your phone calls. I ain't got to do none of that. I'm going to hit you up after the club when I done got that look in me and I feel like jumping up and down on somebody. You're not the woman that, oh, I'm going to go, I like her and I'm going to take her out because I want her to see that I'm a good man. You're the woman that is an afterthought. You're the woman that gets called when the girl that he really loves or really respect and he really want ain't available. And he just want to get his rocks off. So if you thinking, because a lot of these same young girls, they think they're better than certain men that don't have money and stuff like that because they feel like I'm so pretty and I got such a nice body. But you don't understand that these men that you're after don't respect you because of the way you carrying yourself. It's much better to have a man value you. That way he'll be less likely to hurt you, less likely to play with you, less likely to be cheating on you. I just talked about the situation with Anthony Edwards, the basketball player that got the IG model pregnant, and he pressured her to get to delete the baby, paid off. I just talked about that situation, right? No doubt he looked at her the same way I'm describing to you. That woman and these women on this video, in this clip that I just showed y'all, are lumped into the same bunch. Because at the end of the day, a lot of men are geeked up about sex, but it really don't mean all that much. Not when it comes to building a relationship. Why? Because there's a lot of women that are willing to give it up if you look like you got it. And there's also a lot of women that want sex just as much as a man do. Whether it be from childhood trauma or whatever the case may be. The fact is, sex is easy to come by. So if that's all you got to offer, just understand that you're not going to make a man feel like you special. I hope you understand that, man. I ain't gonna harp on this topic too much longer. I just want to let y'all know that, because again, I got daughters. You know what I'm saying? I got a little sister. I got two little sisters. I got little cousins and everything else, man. And I know that there's a lot of pressure on young women to feel like they have to be sexual. It's a lot of women that feel like they gotta kick it up a notch in order to get the it guy's attention. Well, I'm gonna say to you that just because all the other girls want this one particular man because of his success and he living a flashy life and all that, they willing to jump through hoops and join the circus and everything else to get that man attention. It may be a sign that you need to stay away from that man. It may be a sign that you need to carry yourself different from your friends and the people you see online. When you see them looking like clowns and all that, willing to put up with anything and everything. Also, it started out with 20 women in this video, right? It was 20 of them. There was one of them was open to poly situations going on, but she was saying, "Oh, I don't really want to be in a poly relationship. I'd rather just have some fun. Me and my dude have some fun with a woman because maybe I might want another chick later on down the road." Women putting up with all that kind of stuff with this mindset. They have to. They got to kick it up a notch to keep the man attention. You know what I'm saying? They can keep a man around for a long time as long as they able to keep him sexually interested. Right? But keep in mind that you're not going to have his full attention because y'all relationship is based on sex. It ain't based on no real principles. It ain't based on, oh, I can build a life with this woman. It ain't based on she can raise my daughter to be a good woman. Speaking of that, another thing you can look at, if you're a woman and you want a good man, show up looking like the woman that a good man would want his daughter to be. Because you already know if a man is a good man, he want nothing but the best for his daughter. He want a man that's gonna treat her right, love her, provide for her, protect her, and everything else, right? He gonna raise his daughter to be the most ladylike. Let a man, you see the clips that go viral when these men, well, when these women have real fathers and they twerking and all that kind of stuff, and the daddy show up and look at them crazy, like, all right, don't act like don't act like I ain't raised you right. You know what I'm saying? You see her and she get quiet, like, oh, daddy, I'm sorry, dad. Think like that. Think about that. What kind of woman would that man you interested in, what kind of woman would he want his daughter to grow up and be? And be that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here willing to, present yourself as a fun toy. Oh, look at my behind. Oh, look at these. Don't you want to put these on? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too graphic. I almost went there, but like I said, I just want to have real conversations because I'm tired of looking at the internet and I'm tired of looking at women push babies down the street in strollers and stuff like that. And they don't have their child father around. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of there's been times I done had to take my children to doctor's visits or to the hospital, whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting in the lobby and there's women in there late night alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing women talking about, or you can see that they children is out of hand and all that kind of stuff, and they ain't got no help. I done had women write me emails asking me what they should do to help their son be a good man because they daddy wasn't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no positive role models around their son, so they reaching out to me like, what advice can you give me? I want my son to be a good man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of getting those kind of emails. So I gotta talk about this kind of stuff. Because again, there's a big problem with women not having strong male influence in their life. And ain't nobody talking to them and giving them the real game. So they out here looking at the computer, looking at their phone, looking at TikTok, and they see these challenges where, oh, I think it's called the overhead challenge or something like that, where they putting their phone on the ceiling, and then when the beat drop, you'll see them twerking and all that. And they think they are highly desirable because they got a lot of men in their comments commenting on their body. Just understand that a man will comment on your body, slob out the mouth for you and everything else. That does not mean that he will be with you and be faithful to you. That man he'll jump through some hoops to get you in the bed. You know what I'm saying? They'll do that. But will he respect you? No. Will he be loyal to you? No. Will he have self-control and go out into the world and have discipline because he thinking about your feelings? No. That's a man that's already burning with lust. That's the reason why you got his attention. And if you ain't noticed, like I done already said, the world is full of young people thinking that I gotta be sexual in order to get the attention that I want. People are out here trying to build Instagram accounts. They want to build OnlyFans accounts. They want to build a following in general. They think that if I get this following, I can monetize it. So they willing to dress all kind of crazy with lingerie on the internet, everything to get that attention. And again, there's young people that's looking at that thinking to themselves, when I get old enough, I'm going to turn myself up online and I'm going to get a bag because so-and-so, my favorite influencer, she dressed like that. She twerk like that. She dating rappers, or she dating men that scam, or whatever the case, whatever it is. The dudes spend money on her and she riding around in a Rolls Royce in Miami and all this and that. Rolls Royce probably even rented. You know what I'm saying? It's young people looking at that lifestyle thinking to themselves, I need to do that in order to have the lifestyle that I want. But then they forget the end of the story. It never ends well. None of these relationships, none of these women that have all this influence end up being 80 years old, married to the same man, and all their kids from the same woman, a same man. With a house that's paid off and cars that's paid off and done seen the world and all this and that. They end up being single mothers, alone, can't get a man to treat them right for nothing. The kids out living their life and they at home dealing with a bum if they do got a man. And I ain't trying to be all doom and gloom. I'm just saying, stop following the crowd. Men and women alike have to respect ourselves first, and then people outside, they'll respect us. We can demand respect once we respect ourselves. And the way these women carry themselves on that clip, it's a big sign of no respect, no self-love. You know what I'm saying? No man is going to take that home and be like, yeah, mama, this my new wife. This my new woman. We're going to spend our life together. This is going to be the woman that's going to raise your grandkids. Unless they are controlled by a spirit of lust. And again, you don't want a man that's filled with lust. Why? Because he's going to have wandering eyes. There's always somebody with a better body than you. There's always somebody that's willing to be nastier than you. You have a baby, your body going to change. It's just natural. So what he going to do if he burning with lust? Go and find somebody else out there that look good to him, that he can go and fetishize with, and live out his sexual fantasies with her. And that's all to it. But that's all I got to say about that, man. And remember, I don't mean no harm. I just want y'all to get the real. I'll see y'all on the next one.